Hey guys, so as I've mentioned before, brunch happens to be my very favorite meal. And of course, few dishes are more synonymous with brunch than Eggs Benedict. And every Eggs Benedict starts with a great Hollandaise sauce. So today I'm going to show you my foolproof Hollandaise sauce recipe and a really cool trick for poaching eggs. And of course, it's all gonna culminate with the ultimate Eggs Benedict. Are you ready for this? Let's get started by poaching our eggs. Now there are a ton of tricks online for how to make poached eggs. You can either create a little whirlpool or you can add some vinegar to the water. I've tried all of those, they're fine. But the best trick I've ever found for poaching an egg is actually from a food blog called Serious Eats. It's one of my faves. And they actually recommend draining out what they call the loose white from the egg. And as you can see below, the loose white is anything that will come through a fine mesh sieve. That loose white can be used in an omelet, it can be used wherever else you want it to, but it is actually what causes a poached egg to feather in the water and basically ruins everything. So we are going to drain it off and then gently roll our egg into a bowl. And you're gonna repeat that step until you've completed all of your eggs, and then it's time to get poaching. So to poach my eggs, I've got a large pot of water simmering away on the stove. And basically, once the bubbles start to break the surface, I turn my heat down to low, and then it's time to add my eggs. I gently roll my eggs into the water, and then once I've got all my eggs in the water, I just put on the lid and don't touch it again for 5 minutes. I find 5 minutes is perfect for sort of a medium poached egg. If you want a really oozy poached egg, 4 minutes should do the trick. Once the eggs are fully cooked, you can remove them using a slotted spoon and drain them on some paper towels. Now that we've mastered poached eggs, it's time to get to work on that gorgeous, velvety Hollandaise sauce. I've got a stick of butter melting in a small saucepan, and once that butter is melted, we are going to basically skim off the milk solids. Now, milk solids are actually that layer of white foam that sits on top of melted butter. And all you really need to do is take a spoon and gently skim off the milk solids from the top of the butter. That's how we create clarified butter, which, as you can see, is clear and yellow and gorgeous and velvety and flavorful and ridiculously yummy in things like Hollandaise sauce. Once your butter is clarified, you can set it aside and get to work on your egg yolks. So I've got about 1 inch of water simmering away on low heat, and then I've got a glass bowl on top with 3 egg yolks. And all I'm going to do is add a couple tablespoons of lemon juice to this and a tablespoon of water. And I'm going to whisk this mixture for about 30 seconds or so, or until it starts to become a nice pale yellow color. And the secret is, of course, you never stop whisking, ever. Once it's become that nice pale yellow, it's time to slowly whisk in our butter. Now you want to do this in about 30 seconds to a minute span, making sure you're whisking constantly as you add it. And what you'll notice is that after a minute or two of whisking, you'll end up with this nice, thick, rich, velvety Hollandaise sauce. You can season this sauce with all sorts of things. Some people like to add a little salt and a little pepper, but I like to keep it really simple with just a sprinkle of cayenne pepper. And then of course for a Benny, all you're doing is stacking a toasted English muffin with some back bacon, those beautiful poached eggs, and then smothering it all in that gorgeous, velvety Hollandaise sauce. I like finishing it off with some freshly cracked black pepper and some freshly chopped chives. My friends, this is what I call brunch. I hope you will give this yummy recipe a try, and of course, if you do, be sure to tweet or Instagram me a photo. If you're looking for the full recipe, it's available in the description box below, so you can take a look there. And if you're looking for some more inspired brunch ideas, you can check out some of these videos. And finally, of course, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe because there is lots more brunch deliciousness where this came from.